Hi, and welcome to the February 16th, 2010 meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority. May we have the roll call, please?
Authority members: Draymond.
Here.
Friedman.
Here.
Mincy.
Here.
Brazian.
Here.
Montero.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
Chairman Najarian.
Here. May we have the next item, please? Or your report?
Well, there is a closed session item, but before we read that, we'll read the report. The agenda for the February 16th, 2010 regular meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority was posted on Thursday, February 11th, 2010 on the bulletin board outside City Hall. There's a closed session item for which you'll be required to recess the meeting at the end of this two-ways conference.
Let's save that, Mr. Clerk, to the very end, and then we can just recess the meeting.
Then your next order of business is approval of minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, if there's no objections or corrections, the minutes will be approved as submitted. Next item, please.
Next item is oral communications. I believe there was one card submitted. Discussion is limited to items not part of this agenda. Each speaker is allowed 5 minutes. Members of the Housing Authority may question or respond to a speaker, but there will be no debate or decision, and the matter may be referred to staff through the Executive Director for investigation and report.
Mike Mohill.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Name is Mike Mohill. Have a little bit of headline news. Got this off the internet. More homeless living in cars and campers. Cars are the new homeless shelter, according to Joel Roberts, CEO of Paths, People Assisting Homeless, the largest provider of services for the homeless in Los Angeles County, which had nearly 50,000 homeless in 2009 and more today. The last page of the article states the following. Let's see. Who directs the PATH outreach team in Los Angeles? Allowing people to park in the street is a short-term solution for tonight, but not for next year. I bring this up, ladies and gentlemen, because I read an interesting article on February the 5th of this year in the LA Times. Utilities shut off target by state, PUC, Public Utilities Commission. We have these things called smart meters that we're planning to put in Glendale. And there's a big problem with these meters. They're going to be very efficient. That's the problem, yes. Why? Because as soon as a resident gets delinquent, they can shut off that man's meter in the office of the GWP. No one's going to go to the gentleman's home or lady, to their house, and shut off the meter. It's like very efficient. The other thing about this thing is, let's say this gentleman finally finds the money to go ahead and reconnect. According to this article, the reconnection for this person is going to cost this gentleman between $270 and $681. But you're stabbing him front and back. Big Brother is here all the time. According to the article, consumer groups, which have been complaining about the growing number of disconnections for the last year, generally welcome the PUC action, which is stating, please don't disconnect these people. The utility should be in the business of keeping lights on, not shutting them off, according to Mark Tony, Executive Director of the Utility Reform Network in San Francisco. We have a perfect storm. People are losing their jobs and also their mortgages. And we just are very efficient, and we just shut off the lights. How many notices are our residents getting before they're shut off? What kind of leeway we're going to give these people? We're not no longer in a recession, people. We are in a depression. I'm glad Mr. Weaver mentioned the other night that we were in a recession. Finally, 2.5 years after I've been complaining here all the time, someone on council actually said the word recession. Well, Mr. Weaver, you're about a year late. It's now a depression. It's only a recession if your friend across the street lost his job. But if you're the one that lost his job, it's a depression. I was up there in Palm Springs this weekend, went to the tram, talked with one of the employees there, state employees. how's business? Is booming. He says, any jobs? She says, oh yeah, we had one ticket job opening, and we had 257 people apply for that job. A ticket person probably makes about $10 an hour, maybe. And they had 257 people apply for that job. Something is wrong in Denmark if the city of Glendale is so efficient with the meters that we can't have some leeway, and I mean big time leeway, for the people who are hurting, the renters and the homeowners. Thank you for your time and consideration. Artie, homeless, married, living in campers and in cars, campers, whatever you want, and that's only temporary. I'll even leave off my beautiful article for all to read. Thank you again for your time and consideration.
Thank you. I have no other cards. Oral communications is closed. Are there any authority member or staff comments? Okay. There are no comments. Mr. Kasakian, if you could read the closed session items now.
Closed session at 2A's conference with real property negotiators. Property location vacant parcel on Salem Avenue near Central Avenue. Parcel number is 5637-007-900. Negotiations are authorized with Advanced Development and Investment Inc. ADI. Agency negotiators attending closed session are Jim Starbird, Scott Howard, Michael Garcia, Robert McFall, Peter Zovak, Philip Lanzafame, Michael Fortney, and Hassan Hagani. Instructions to negotiators will concern the price and terms for the Housing Authority's acquisition of the property and disposition to ADI via sale or lease for an affordable housing development.
Are there any substitutions in that list, Mr.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, thank you for asking. There are two substitutions, Robert McFall, Yasmin Beers, and Tim Foy for Hassan Hagani.
Okay.
And I don't anticipate that you will be reporting out on this item. It's to give instructions and direction to your negotiators.
Okay. The Housing Authority will be recessed.
Okay, good